face. Coconut oil is not going to help you get rid of your acne. Lemon won't give you clearer skin. Baking soda will literally fuck the pH level of your skin. Hello, hi everyone. This is Shrija. Welcome to Skin or Real, where I talk all things skincare. So if you like skincare related content, then make sure that you're subscribed. Likewise, you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post more regularly. So today is the day where we talk about one of the most controversial issues in skincare, the DIY skincare. Now, before the DIY enthusiasts start attacking me, let me clarify one thing. For almost 4 years, I was on the other side of the table and I myself love DIYs. I know, right? I'm totally judging myself right now. But until one fine day, I severely damaged my skin barrier by using these so-called natural ingredients from my kitchen cabinet. So it took me almost 1 year of sensitized skin along with horrible breakouts, plus a diploma in skincare formulation and a cosmetology degree to finally differentiate between the ingredients that are formulated for our skin versus our beloved homemade concoctions. And today I want to share my personal experience along with talking about why DIYs are downright damaging for your skin. But before we do that, let me ask you guys a question that I always find very amusing. So take Tylenol or Crocin for 2 days and your fever will come down, and don't worry, by the third day you should be fine. You should be feeling fit and fine. Doctor, instead of prescribing this medicine, can you tell me a DIY remedy instead? Now just switch yourself to that patient and imagine doing that. Would you ever do that? I'm guessing no. Then why would you want to put some random shit DIY on your skin, which, by the way, is the largest organ of your body? It serves an important function of protecting your internal organs from the harmful pollutants and bacteria that are present outside. Moreover, there's a reason why we have dermatologists, aestheticians, cosmetologists, microbiologists, and chemist formulators. Skincare is all about chemistry and biology, and I know making our own little tiny potions at home might make us feel like those chemist formulators and it's cool and all, but guys, in the long run, it's really damaging for your skin. Let me share my personal experience with you all so you know where I'm coming from. So I was 22 and I started experiencing hormonal breakouts, and for some goddamn reason, I decided to cure it by using natural DIY remedies. That's how my routine looked like. I use Manuka honey for cleansing, pure rose water for toning, and for moisturizer, I used aloe vera gel straight from the plant mixed with glycerin. I also did a stupid coconut milk plus lemon mask twice a week. What the fuck, right? I mean, what the actual fuck? What was I thinking? I wanted a clear skin, but in reality, I was creating a recipe for clogged pores and dehydrated skin. If you don't believe me, some sample pictures coming right up. So I used this skin wrecking routine for almost a month, and my skin went crazy. My skin barrier was leaking, my skin microbiome was completely destroyed, and my skin's acid mantle got completely fucked up. And then I took a pledge not to use any random kitchen ingredient on my face. And I'm sharing this with you all guys because for the longest time, I really loved mixing my own masks and using these random DIY masks here and there, and I did not experience any problem. But we need to understand that our skin is very smart at hiding irritation. So, you keep doing these random DIYs and you think, oh wow, nothing is happening. And then suddenly one fine day, boom, your skin starts acting out, and then you don't know what to do. So please be very careful with these DIYs. Now, apart from my experience, I would also like to talk about 3 points that I consider is important while talking about DIYs. So you would see this recipe for a face mask online and you decide to make a batch and store it for long-term use because apparently that website told you to do so. And you're thinking to yourself, oh wow, what an amazing, low-cost, effective and preservative-free mask. Now, I want you to stop right there and think, because preservative free is not good. It just means that your mask is capable of growing mold and bacteria, which, by the way, is not visible from your eyes, and in the long run it can harm your skin. Whereas our skincare formulations are made with preservatives under sterile conditions with a lot of rules and regulations. I know it's not that obvious, but a lot goes into making that tiny tube of moisturizer that keeps your skin hydrated and healthy. Another point that I want to emphasize here is the quality of ingredients in your DIY skincare. You take out the scale from your refrigerator and then you decide to make a natural mask with it. Okay, now you think that that kale is all natural and safe, but in reality, you know nothing about the conditions in which that kale grew. Whereas these cosmetic companies carefully choose their ingredients along with keeping in mind the safety testing. So you let them do their job and you do yours by consciously and carefully choosing properly formulated skincare over these homemade DIYs, which are honestly wrecking for your skin barrier. Which brings me to my last point about skin barrier. So our skin is actually a barrier, which means like a wall, and it stops anything from entering inside. So when these cosmetic formulators are working, they keep in mind the pH level of the product along with its molecular size. The products are formulated in a way so they are able to work on our skin on a cellular level. Unfortunately, with DIYs, it is almost impossible to control these parameters. So it is very unlikely that you're going to get any long-term benefits from it. So with that being said, I rest my case with a final warning that your life is really not a Powerpuff Girl episode, and sugar and spice won't make your skin nice. So please guys, choose a properly formulated skincare over DIY skincare, because I think it's one of the best things that you can do for your skin. That's it from my side. Do let me know your thoughts on DIYs, and I'm always open for healthy discussions. See you next time. Bye.